Hi guys, it's Michelle. Welcome back to my cooking channel. Since I have another video going, I'm going to take advantage and make some Cuban black beans. My girls love black beans. Growing up in Miami, most of the places you go get them from are Cuban restaurants. So we're not in Miami anymore and we're kind of missing the food. So I'm going to make some black beans for my girls. Come join me in my kitchen as I cook. Ingredients for the black beans are, I started off with a 14-ounce bag of black dry beans. They're not in here because they're in the soaking liquid, just water. Salt, sugar, salt is up here, sugar, an onion, a green pepper, olive oil. I'm using some garlic, cumin powder, oregano, black pepper, and white distilled vinegar. So now our beans have soaked overnight and it looks yucky. All those sugars that we can't digest and toxins from inside of the beans have come out. I don't know about toxins, but this just makes it easier to digest and you don't have as much gas. So it works for me. So because of that, I'm going to drain this, because what's the point of soaking it all out of the bean if you're gonna cook in this liquid and then eat the undigestible stuff anyway? Okay, so our beans have soaked and I'm gonna put them into a pot of water. I have to go help the girls do something, so it took a little longer and I had turned on the pot already. So if I get my life together here, and show you the pot of water with the beans. That's about 6 cups of water, I believe. And I'm gonna put half of my green pepper, and then the other half is gonna be used later on. And I'm gonna let this come to a boil. So now that we're boiling, I'm going to put it on simmer. So I'm gonna put it all the way, let's put it around 1, because this almost turns off when you put it too low. And I'm gonna cover it, I'm gonna let it simmer for 60 minutes. I have some water in reserve. You're gonna stir it frequently. So I'll show you here. You'll stir it around frequently. If you see that the water's getting low, add some water, because the beans tend to absorb a lot of liquid. So that's why I have my reserve water back there just in case. And I'm gonna keep monitoring this for about an hour. Okay, our beans have gone for an hour, 60 minutes. And as you can see, a lot of the liquid has evaporated. So I'm gonna add 1 cup. Let's see, that's about, it's a little more than a cup, but that's about what it's gonna be. And over here, I have a skillet over medium heat. I'm gonna put 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and I'm gonna add our chopped onion. It was big, so I had to put it in 2. To the chopped onion, I'm also at the same time gonna add our green pepper, and I'm gonna go get our garlic, which I forgot. And to that I'm gonna add our 3 cloves of garlic. And I've covered our beans again so it can come back to a simmer. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to saute these onions, green peppers, and garlic until they're translucent and nice and soft. So about 5-6 minutes. And it's on medium heat. So I might put it on a little lower, but my ranges are weird over here in this place. So you just put them on medium low or medium, as long as you're not burning them or getting color. We just want them to get translucent and nice and soft. Okay, so now you see that all our vegetables, our onions, green peppers, and garlic are nice and soft. I'm gonna add this to the pot with the beans. I'm gonna turn off the heat, open our lid over here. So I'm gonna open our lid over here, bring it back, I turned off the heat. Let's stir this a little. And I'm gonna put our veggies in. is gonna give everything a really good flavor. But notice how I'm not putting anything else at the moment. We're just gonna let this continue to cook. Get all of that goodness in there, all those flavors. It smells really good. I'm surprised the girls haven't come over yet. And I'm gonna give this a good stir. And I'm gonna add another cup, my remaining water. I'm gonna add another cup of water. And while it's still on simmer, I'm gonna cover it up and let it go for another hour more or less. In the meantime, I've already made some rice, and that goes perfectly, white rice and black beans. Now that another hour has gone by, I'm going to stir these. These should be nice and soft. And I'm gonna add our seasonings. You don't add the salt, because if you add the salt too early, then your beans will never soften. So here we have the oregano, the cumin, the salt, and the pepper. I'm also gonna add the sugar, white sugar, guys. If I was making Venezuelan beans, I'd be using panela, which is like a brown sugar block. And this is the vinegar. So now that we have all our condiments in here, I'm going to stir that all up, and I'm going to cover it up again for 30 minutes, keeping it at a simmer. Our black beans should be ready. I'm gonna leave it uncovered a little bit so that gravy can thicken up. But let's see if they're soft. Beans are nice and soft. They're hot, but if I smush them down, they come apart. All right, guys, now it's time to taste. The food looks so good. Okay, I'm gonna taste the Cuban beans and white rice. Let's see. It's been sitting for a little bit, so I'm not gonna burn my face off, but let's see. That taste reminds me of being back home in Miami. The only difference between the Cuban beans and the Venezuelan black beans are that instead of using the green bell pepper, we use the red one, and instead of using white sugar, we use papelon or panela. It's the really like dark, like brown solidified sugar that you kind of have to scrape off. We use that. We also don't put oregano or vinegar, but we will use cumin, so there's some similarities. The girls don't like the Venezuelan version, so hey, making the Cuban one. So guys, thank you so much for watching my video today. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen as I cooked these black beans. To see the video of how I cooked everything else on this plate, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel and look for pabellón criollo, which is Venezuela's national dish. Thanks again. Hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, go ahead and hit like down below and subscribe for more recipes. Bon appetit. Like the beans? Yeah? You still feeling kind of cranky and itchy? Yeah? It's okay. This food is gonna make it all better, right? Is it yummy? What do you think? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up. Yay!